We are in Vienna again, and we are here not only to see this beautiful Belvedere castle behind me, but to visit the famous local Naschmarkt. Naschmarkt, loosely translated into snack or nibble market, has more than 100 food and other types of vendors. We are going to stroll, we're going to check it out, we're going to see what kind of delicious foods they have here, and we're going to try as many as we can. We will enjoy a Wiener Schnitzel and then head to the city center to discover and enjoy some more local street food. And after that we are going for some proper delicious Austrian food at one of the best rated local restaurants. So let's begin. So we just arrived at Naschmarkt and it's already quite interesting. We saw those baklava cakes over there, then these very interesting delicious olives. There are some candied fruits here, there are some macarons. This is pretty much international food all around, and we really can't wait to check everything else. Danke. This is the first time that I see the red olive, and of course I had to try it. I suppose somehow they got this color artificially. It tastes great, it tastes like a normal proper green olive, but it's completely red even inside. Very interesting food stand, and everyone wants to try these red olives. They're very tasty. They have different types of olives. They also have some salami, but we need to continue. We just started. We need to see what else is on offer here. Of course, some proper local food is presented here behind me with these Wiener-style hot dogs. Some delicious looking cheese here at this corner, nice smelling as well, and I had to try some. Nice, aromatic and properly aged.
Yeah, but after this good video.
Very cute old style carts here, full with candied fruit, different types, different colors, red, green, yellow, and then also some nuts in the second one, as well as nougat sweets, and then the first one over there is full of cheese. As far as I can see, the cheese is pretty much the same, even with different vendors. They have all the same type of cheese, and then these candied fruits and nuts more or less similar as well. But let's continue. Behind me is a proper Austrian shop now, and they have Wanderschnitte, this flourless bread, a huge wheels, and they're made of seeds and nuts. They also have Mondzelten. These are cakes, I think, inspired by strudel, and this pastry is stuffed with poppy seeds, apple, and other sweet stuffing. They also offer some cheese and sausages as well. They also have a seafood restaurant here, and there are some amazing looking lobsters and oysters on display here, also some huge crab legs, and here you can enjoy some fresh seafood that was probably caught in the Atlantic Ocean, frozen, then brought here and prepared for you. We also got some salami to try. This is cured, not smoked, but it's quite soft and very tasty. We got one more to try, and this is a wild boar with truffle. Quite good, quite fatty. There's a truffle taste, but I think I prefer the first one. They very easily convinced me to try one more, and this is also with truffle, only a little bit different style. This is more cured, more dried meat. Nice and tasty. Again, the first one was the best. That sausage over there that I tried, and I asked the price for the first one, and it's 8 euros for 100 grams. So this comes to 80 euros per kilo. This is really expensive, and I don't know what kind of sausage it has to be to cost 8 euros per kilo. It's definitely not worth it, even though it's good. So this place, I think, is probably aiming towards tourists. I don't think this is really local people's first choice, but nonetheless, it's big. It has many shops, vendors, restaurants. So we're gonna keep searching for something that is both tasty and affordable. Of course, a place like this cannot go without some tasty looking and smelling doner kebab. Different types of beans, corn, spices, dried fruits, nuts, and also probably the biggest dates that I've seen so far. I think that these stands with olives and cheese are quite generic. You see pretty much the same offer every 200 meters here, but also there is some local typical punch and mulled wine. Good to see that as well. Oh, thank you. I got a falafel to try from Dr. Falafel. They should be the best falafel around. Let's see. Bean paste is used. Chickpeas.
Onion and spices.
Ah, okay.
Without meat, without milk.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Perfectly fresh, nice, hot, tasty. Has that all ingredients that just this lady mentioned, and it has a little bit of spicy taste as well. Excellent for this cold weather.
With wasabi, with chili, with truffle, with coriander, chili, olives, mango, all this hummus.
As this lady explained to me, they have 12 different types of hummus. They make everything fresh themselves, and they have different flavors. They have even wasabi hummus and curry hummus and many different. Anyway, they're quite busy as well, and rightfully so, as they have really good falafels. That was it from our visit to Naschmarkt, but our food tour of Vienna is not over yet. Except that falafel place, I didn't really see anything that interesting or tasty on this market. I expected more, to be honest, because now we're heading to enjoy some proper Wiener Schnitzel. Let's go! Since we completely froze at that Naschmarkt, we decided to go for a nearby place called Opern Schnitzel. And this place offers kebab and pizza as well, but we are here only for schnitzel. Our Wiener Schnitzels are already done, they're on our table, they smell and look incredible, and the whole process is quite quick. They have this dedicated area just behind for making only Wiener Schnitzel. It's nice, clean, and you can see that everything is freshly made here. Once they're ready, they're plated on these huge plates together with some French fries, some ketchup, mayo, and of course the obligatory slice of lemon. As I said, they're on our table, they look and they smell incredible, and I can't wait to start. Very thin and very crunchy skin, which you can notice once you start cutting it, and then this beautiful looking meat inside. Beautiful, very tasty chicken meat, nice, juicy, then this crunchy skin. I know it's not the genuine beef cutlet Wiener Schnitzel, but anyway, this is as good as it gets, especially on a cold day like this one. Unbelievably juicy. Then, as I mentioned, this crunchy skin, of course, makes everything way better. And of course, with some mayo and fries. This place was a lifesaver for me and my sister, who is joining me today on this Vienna trip, as we almost got frozen at Naschmarkt and we didn't find any food that we really liked there. So this stop here was really great. After this, we are going to the city center to explore some more local foods. One beside the other, two würstel stands selling the most favorite Viennese street food, the würstel. And they have, of course, Käsekreiner, they have bratwurst, they have different types of sausages, and also this stand over there has Leberkäse as well.
Schöne Wurst. Bread, dark, white. Drink, sir.
I had to go with some curry wurst since I never tried it before, and this is a bratwurst and then topped with this very thick curry sauce. There's also some turmeric on top. It has really strong curry smell, so let's go. Very strong taste of curry. It's like you're eating Indian curry, of course. Then this bratwurst has nice crunchy skin, the beautiful sausage. It's also a bit sweet, this sauce, so quite strange, to be honest. As I mentioned, very strong curry taste, but also very sweet. Let's try it now with this nice looking brown bread. This würstel is really good. As I mentioned, crunchy skin, beautiful, very tasty meat inside, and I really like it. The only thing that I cannot really adjust to this sweet taste from this curry sauce. For me, würstel and mustard is the best combination. I think I tried it now, but I don't think I'm gonna repeat this with a currywurst. You want something sweet, you can visit Lindt. What can I say? Everything looks so amazing, so delicious, but also so expensive. So I think we're just going to continue. Behind me is a cheesecake paradise. This shop is originally from Basque country, from San Sebastian, and the cheesecake on display here just looks and smells so delicious. Somewhere behind is our next place, and this area of Vienna is quite beautiful. And we are here a month after we filmed Naschmarkt and also the city center, because that day it was so cold we had to abandon filming, and we are back now. The day is beautiful and we are off to enjoy some proper Austrian food. Let's go. Behind me is a restaurant called Schank zum Reichsapfel, and this place looks quite pretty, quite traditional from the outside. They also have a sign saying no schnitzel here, so they're not serving schnitzel, but they're serving everything else. Let's go inside and let's check them out. Hello. We got seated at a tavern near Imperial Apple. This is what the name in German of this tavern means, and this place is truly traditional. It's really rustic. It has these beautiful wooden tables, benches, wooden interior. It has also this beautiful and very antique ceramic fireplace, has some small nice traditional decoration, and also this very tasty looking display here full with roast pork belly, some cured and dried meats. You need to book this place in advance, because even now I can see it's getting quite busy. We got our drinks. This is a Maurer draft beer, and we also ordered our food. Until our food is here, Prost! Our food is here, and by mistake we ordered the starter a bit late, so everything is now here on our table, which is I think even better. This is a small platter stuffed with many dried and cured meats. There's salami, there's prosciutto, there are pickled vegetable, there's black pudding, there's a cup in the middle with some mustard and shredded horseradish, there's also pickled vegetable, and then we also got these huge local ravioli stuffed with minced meat laid on fermented cabbage. Then the second dish is this beautiful looking pork belly that we saw in that display, and it's served with some sauce and a couple of slices of dumpling. And we also got a farmer's sausage with some pickles, of course mustard and horseradish. All this is looking just too delicious and we really have to start right away. Let's start with this delicious looking homemade brown bread and with this cream cheese stuffed with some slices of sausage. That cream cheese is really tasty. It's also spicy because of spicy paprika. It also has some walnuts inside. That salami is tasty. But let's go with this black pudding now. Very tasty black pudding, has that jelly-like texture. It doesn't have any strong taste, but it's really pleasant to eat. Next to try is this beautiful looking cheese. This reminds me of a Swiss cheese. Let's see. Cheese is quite tasty, has that nice strong taste like Maasdammer cheese. Let's go now with this tasty looking pickle. Let's go next with this amazing looking prosciutto. That prosciutto is really high quality. You can tell that they are not messing around. This platter offers some really delicious and high quality meats. Let's try this salami as well. Not bad salami, not as good as that prosciutto for sure, but I will jump now to flesh noodle, to these meat stuffed ravioli while they're warm. And you can see that meat was not cooked beforehand. It's still pinkish. It looks quite juicy and delicious. Let's go. This was so delicious. That meat inside is nice, relatively juicy, but very tasty, very tender. Then the ravioli outside, of course, has its own texture, its own taste. Then the sauerkraut is something that is really star of the show. I think most of the taste comes from the fermented cabbage, and this is absolutely delicious. Nice, hot, and a proper comfort food. The next thing is this beautifully served Kreiner, a proper Austrian würstel. It has these beautiful lines accompanied with some pickles, but I will go first with mustard. It's quite tasty, but it has this quite strong skin, so you really need to chew that skin, but inside it's really full of this dense, nice meat. Let's go with some horseradish and a pickle. Nothing like the smell and taste of horseradish to open up your sinuses, but let's go now with this pork belly. It has this amazing looking crunchy skin. This crunchy skin on top is 10 out of 10. It's perfect, it's delicious, it's perfectly crunchy, but also the meat, the pork belly, nice, juicy, perfectly roasted. Let's go now with slice of dumpling and this truly amazing pork belly. Dumpling absorbs this sauce from the plate and then improves this bite. But again, pork belly out of this world. Okay, so this is not a typical ending, but obviously something was off in our visit to Vienna, and it concerns the last restaurant visited. The food was really excellent and I was honest about it, and the food we liked. The service was quite good, the waitress was attentive, I cannot object that. But what I can object is the reception from the owner. So the owner was quite cynical when he spoke to me, and even though they let us film, they were kind of bothered by us filming there. So I would really appreciate if they told us, listen, you cannot film, we don't like it here, or I don't know, we like just specific type of guests, and we would say, okay, thank you, we're going to the next place. But we already ordered the food, we sat down, we also had a reservation, so everything was already set in motion. And the few sentences that he spoke with me, he kind of sounded cynical because I was filming the display with a roast pork belly, and he said like, well, what are you planning to do? What are you planning to do? I told him I plan to food vlog. I mean, I don't understand the question. He said, but this is a restaurant, which, you know, I was kind of surprised, but I still didn't realize that, you know, maybe obviously this is the wrong place to be. Now, the worst thing comes when the food arrived and I wanted to start filming, eating the food and everything. Then he came by and he told me that I should switch off my lights on the camera. Now, these are the lights that I use. And you can see these are very, very tiny. And I usually put them on low strength. And they are always directed to my face. Now, I put them to the lowest possible light, but he told me again, oh, you should switch them off. I told him, but listen, these are directed to the table. They are yellow light, completely low. Then he asked the lady and her husband that were dining left from us, but she still objected. No, I had to switch off the lights. So these lights in no way could interfere with her dining because I was sitting here. They were sitting completely on the other side, completely left. The lights were on the lowest possible. But this was, how to say, we were bullied by a very old lady and her husband. They were on a local turf. This was their ground. We were foreigners, and obviously maybe they're also regular guests. And obviously she felt like she can do whatever she wants. And the owner was on her side 100%. We didn't feel this as a welcoming gesture. We felt kind of a tension. We ate as fast as we could. We filmed as fast as we could. We took most of the food for takeaway. We finished it at home afterwards. And this was a very unpleasant experience. I wanted to stay professional. I wanted to finish everything. The food really was good. Again, the waitress was quite attentive, so no objections there, but objections with the owner. Later, when I was editing the video, I noticed that he was drinking wine. So he was refueling in flight. This is again the first for me. I never saw anyone working in a restaurant or the owner, drinking while on work. But this is a first. Definitely, this was a first. Very unpleasant experience altogether. If you go there as a guest, I suppose you would have a better treatment if you don't film anything. Or depends if some local elderly lady with her husband, maybe the same one, sits somewhere near you, maybe she will find some objections there. But nonetheless, the food was great. For us, we're not returning there. I don't know if we were just unlucky or if this is a typical Austrian hospitality. I'm really not sure because most experiences around Vienna until this point were with foreigners, with people who are not originally Austrian. So we didn't have any unpleasantries. Interesting thing that my son mentioned to me once we left the restaurant is he told me this lady was looking at you and your camera all the time. So I didn't notice this, I didn't pay attention, I was minding my own business. But I mean, quite unpleasant experience. We visit numerous restaurants, we visit numerous countries. We never felt anything like this. So that feeling was quite bad while we were in that restaurant. Anyway, we learned a lot from this experience. I also hope that you learned something from this video. Until the next time, all the best.